The day everything changed, October 30th, 2024, the United Nations building stood tall, overlooking New York City from its perch atop Turtle Island. But inside, it was anything but peaceful. World leaders argued in hushed tones, their faces grim. They were receiving reports of strange occurrences around the globe, things that defied explanation or logic, but none could have predicted what was to come next. At first, no one believed the message until the sky turned red. An alien vessel so massive it blotted out the sun hung ominously over the city. Its arrival heralded the beginning of an invasion, a terrifying spectacle that shook the foundations of humanity. Within hours, the world was under attack. As these massive ships descended upon major cities, governments fell, communication died, humanity was hunted. Cities burned, countries fell like dominoes. Within weeks, only scattered. Pockets of resistance remained. People huddled together, trying to make sense of the sudden turn of events. But the invaders underestimated humanity's tenacity. They thought we were weak. They were wrong. In the face of extinction, people found strength they never knew they possessed. And when the smoke cleared, it became evident that we were never the target. We were the last hope. Scattered survivors across the globe looked up at the alien ships, wondering why they were spared. What had the invaders come for? The answer lay hidden, unknown, yet crucial to the fate of existence itself. Then came the signal, faint whispers in the darkness, a lifeline in the face of despair. Hope flickered to life, and then it solidified into determination. It was our only chance, and we took it. Survivors from across the ravaged planet converged on the signal's origin, drawn together by a common purpose. From the ashes of a fallen world, Earth's army was born. The odds were insurmountable, the task seemingly impossible, but desperation can forge the most unlikely of alliances. Humans, driven by their innate will to survive, joined forces with creatures from myth and legend, uniting against a common foe. The result was nothing short of spectacular. On this day, Earth fought. The alien force, taken by surprise, unprepared for such unity and ferocity, began to falter. Their advanced technology, once a symbol of their superiority, became their undoing as Earth's army exploited their weaknesses. The tide of battle turned. Hope rekindled, determination burned bright. This was our moment. The invaders, arrogant and overconfident, had underestimated the power of unity. They had not come to conquer a dying world. They had come for salvation. They sought to save themselves, fleeing a dying universe. But we were not their salvation. We were the last hope. And on that day, we delivered. The invaders beaten back. Earth's army stood victorious. Humanity had won a reprieve, bought precious time. But the universe is vast and their ships still soared through the skies. The question lingered, would they return? This epic tale is just one of many where the unexpected becomes reality. Picture a bustling metropolis, a hum of activity, people going about their daily lives. Suddenly, the ground trembles, buildings sway. A monstrous shape emerges from the clouds, casting an ominous shadow over the city. Panic ensues as people realize the source of their nightmare, a creature straight out of ancient myths, a dragon. In another realm, a young woman gazes at the night sky, her heart heavy with unspoken grief. As she makes a wish upon a falling star, she unwittingly opens a portal to another dimension. From this realm comes a warrior unlike any other, bound by an ancient oath to protect her world. He arrives just as a tyrannical ruler tightens his grip on the kingdom, plunging it into darkness. Meanwhile, in a futuristic cityscape, a brilliant scientist teeters on the edge of madness. Driven by the loss of his daughter in a mysterious accident, he creates a device capable of manipulating time. But he soon finds himself trapped in a horrifying time loop. reliving the day of his daughter's death over and over again. Across these parallel universes, destinies intertwine, weaving a tapestry of magic, adventure, and heartbreak. So many stories, so little time. Let's dive deeper into each of them, exploring the worlds where dragons soar, heroes rise, and time itself bends to the will of a grieving father. In the first narrative thread, we find ourselves in the bustling metropolis of Neo Arcadia, a city that gleams with the promise of progress and prosperity. Yet beneath this veneer of civilization, shadows lurk. Enter Kai, a young street racer with more tricks up his sleeve than just souped-up engines. For Kai also possesses a unique gift, the ability to bond with mythical creatures known as eidolons, beings of immense power that have slumbered for centuries. When a rogue corporation seeks to exploit these ancient powers for their own nefarious ends, Kai finds himself thrust into the heart of a conspiracy that threatens to consume the very soul of Neo Arcadia. With the fate of the city hanging in the balance, Kai must navigate treacherous alleyways and high-octane showdowns, all while forging alliances with both humans and eidolons who share his righteous fury. Meanwhile, on the fringes of this neon-lit dystopia, a secret society stirs. Led by the enigmatic Umbra, these rebels possess forbidden knowledge about the true nature of eidolons and the corporation's sinister agenda. As Kai delves deeper into the conspiracy, he uncovers cryptic clues leading him to the doorstep of the Umbra, who offer him a choice: join their clandestine ranks or face the coming darkness alone. Torn between his desire for vengeance and the need for allies, Kai must now make a decision that will reverberate through Neo Arcadia and beyond. Will he forge ahead alone, trusting in his street smarts and eidolon companion? Or will he join the shadowy rebels led by the enigmatic Umbra, embracing the secrets of the past to secure the city's future? Now let's shift our focus to a world of political intrigue and ancient prophecies. Here, the kingdom of Eldoria is on the brink of succumbing to the tyrannical rule of King Zorgan. Enter Elara, a spirited young woman who yearns for a better world for her people. Unbeknownst to her, she is the descendant of a long line of celestial guardians, destined to protect Eldoria from the forces of darkness. As Zorgan's oppressive rule tightens its grip, Elara finds solace in the ancient texts, seeking guidance from the legends of old. There she discovers cryptic prophecies that foretell the arrival of a warrior from beyond the stars, a warrior who would stand by her side in the fight for freedom. Just when all hope seems lost, a rift tears open in the fabric of reality, and from it steps a warrior unlike any other, bearing the markings of distant constellations and wielding weapons that gleam with otherworldly power. His name is Orion, and he has journeyed across the cosmos guided by an ancient oath to protect Eldoria from the encroaching darkness, bound by destiny and sworn to uphold the celestial balance. Orion and Elara form an unlikely alliance. Together, they rally the oppressed people of Eldoria, igniting a rebellion that echoes through the ages. As they lead their forces against Zorgan's tyrannical army, Elara and Orion must navigate treacherous terrains, uncover long-forgotten secrets, and confront not only the king's formidable might, but also the darkness that threatens to consume them from within. With each passing moment, the fate of Eldoria hangs in the balance, resting on the shoulders of a young woman who discovered her celestial heritage and the warrior who crossed the stars to answer an ancient call. Now venture into the neon labyrinth of Chronos City, where the boundaries between past, present, and future are blurred beyond recognition. At the heart of this temporal maelstrom stands William Hayes, a renowned scientist whose brilliance has been overshadowed by an unfathomable tragedy, the loss of his daughter, Lily, in a car accident. Haunted by guilt and desperate to rewrite his daughter's fate, William throws himself into his work, determined to unravel the mysteries of time travel. His efforts culminate in the creation of the Chronos Engine, a device capable of manipulating the very essence of time. But as William prepares to test his invention, disaster strikes. In a catastrophic explosion, the chronostabilizing field malfunctions, trapping William in a horrifying time loop. He finds himself inexplicably drawn back to the fateful day of his daughter's death, reliving the same 24 hours over and over again, unable to alter the tragic outcome. As William grapples with the crushing realization of his fate, he encounters cryptic figures who seem to be aware of his predicament. Among them is Echo, a mysterious woman who reveals fragmented glimpses into a larger conspiracy surrounding the manipulation of time in Chronos City. With each loop, William closes in on the truth behind his entrapment, uncovering a web of deceit that reaches far deeper than he ever imagined. He learns that he is not alone in his plight, that others have been trapped in time's relentless cycle, forever reliving their greatest fears and regrets. As William delves deeper into the mystery, he forms uneasy alliances, confronts doppelgangers of himself, and races against time to break the cycle. With each iteration, he hones his skills, gathering knowledge and resources that could hold the key to escaping the loop. But as the stakes rise and the body count grows, William realizes that to free himself from this temporal prison, he must confront not only the external forces controlling the time loop, but also the internal demons that continue to torment him.